Welcome back to Paulie TV. We're here at Carmichael Park for this Brisbane Roar pre-season clash against Wolves FC. Joining me on the sideline tonight is Ben Ryan, coach of Brisbane Athletic. Ben, how do you see tonight's game panning out?
Well, it's clash of two different styles, really, Blanch. You've obviously got the short, intricate stuff that the Roar have played and played to such good effect last season. You know, dominating the A-League, and you've got Wolves who dominate the Vito Premier League at this moment in time with what some people say is more of a direct game. But I have to say that the times I've seen them, it's a good system that they play. It's not direct as such. They just get the ball out wide very quickly, and they use what they've got, which is good wide men and good forwards and a lot of pace. And I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be an intriguing game and probably the toughest game that the Roar will have faced so far. And I'm sure that Ange's looking at it that way, and he'll pick the team, accordingly.
Do you see this as a match that will test how far the Vito Premier League has come with the soon-to-be crowned champions of Brisbane in Wolves FC against the Australian champions?
It should do. I mean, I've been in Australia a few years, in Brisbane in particular, and I've noticed that the standard has improved in the last 2 or 3 years, and certainly with teams like Brisbane Wolves, the way they've come on, it's certainly going to be interesting. Like I say, that the biggest test that the Roar have had, and I think it's a good yardstick to see just where the best team in Brisbane on a non-league front are. It's got to be good for the future of football, certainly in Brisbane, and on a wider scale in Australia. I'm sure that other A-League clubs will look at this and take a lead from it, and it's just brilliant. It really is. It's a fun night. It's an event, really, and I can't wait, to be honest, Blanchy.
And as the players make their way out onto Carmichael Park, let's check the team lineups.
Wolves coach Sam Safe makes a couple of changes to the side that lost for only the second time this season away at Olympic on the weekend. And will be hoping his side can give the A-League visitors a stern test and also find the eye for goal, which has seen them net 82 in 20 matches so far this season. Brisbane Roar coach Ange Postecoglou names a starting lineup that would not look out of place on any A-League team sheet, and will be looking for the progression to continue, but knows his side will have to lift from their last performance here against the runaway leaders of the Vito Premier League. The officials for tonight's match are referee Adam Kersey and his assistant referees Ashley Beecham and Brad Hobson. Stefanuto with the throw. Partaloo. Stefanuto back for Yerman. Under pressure from Vroom. Yerman gives it away. Reardon. Quick football. Clulo! And good save down to his right quickly by Theocritos. Long throw. Stefanuto with the cushioned header. Clulo forward. Aochi in behind. Gets in around Yerman and a good tackle and out for a corner. Clulo with the ball in. Theocritos comes off the line. Cleared. And out for another corner. Good pressure from the Wolves. Partaloo. Stefanuto first time. Fitzgerald. Great ball. Mackay. Fitzgerald. Good switch of play. Royce for Nichols. Hingett with the overlap. Clipped into the middle and away by Hopkins. And out for a corner. Theocritos. Yerman. Fitzgerald dispossessed. Clulo. Aochi. Good turn, Kato Aochi. He's through! He's down! Is that a penalty? Yes, says referee Kersey. We'll have to have a look at that one again. Here we go. Aochi gets in front. Yerman eventually gets the ball, but he's gone through Aochi. There'll be no complaints about that. Hopkins against Theocritos, and Hopkins sends the keeper the wrong way and gives the Wolves the lead in the 16th minute. Wolves FC 1, Brisbane Roar 0. Smith, Partaloo, under pressure. Nichols, great through ball. Cut back in. And, across the face of the goal by Thomas Broyce and out for a corner. Again, well defended. Stefanuto. Yerman. Poor touch. Giving it straight away, as have Wolves. Mackay looking to break quickly. Fitzgerald cuts back. Oh, and Broyce put down. Yes, says referee Kersey again. The second penalty within the first 20 minutes. Let's have a look. Broyce takes the touch. Just too quick. It's a foul. It's inside the box. It's a penalty. Nichols with the penalty responsibility. And again, sends Pope the wrong way. And equalises in the 22nd minute. Clulo with the throw. Reardon shoots. Oh, and a great save by Theoklitos. Corner swung in. Dangerous looking. Not cleared. And McCooler over the bar from close range. Well cut out. Aochi in the middle of the park. Kato Aochi does well. Looks, shoots! Oh, tried to place his shot to the far corner. Theoklitos, well down. Great save. Mackay. Stefanuto. Back for his skipper. Partaloo. Hingett with a little bit of space. Nichols. Holds it up. Raw happy with possession. Partaloo. Mackay. Fantastic ball for Stefanuto. First time across. And Fitzgerald finishes it off. That's the sort of play we've come to expect from the Australian A-League champions. Nichols. Smith. Yerman. Turns away. Well done. Smith. Under pressure. Wolves giving them no time on the ball. Theoklitos. Yerman back with difficult ball. Theoklitos hasn't cleared it properly. Clulo, as calm as you like, has accepted the pass from Theoklitos and side-footed it into the back of the net in the 30th minute to equalise here at Carmichael Park. McCooler. Great ball. Vroom gets there ahead of Smith. Smith fouls Vroom. Ball driven in. Intercepted but not cleared. Back out. Cut back in. Appeals for handball. McMahon shoots. Again! And his shot whizzes just past the Theoklitos post. Wolves pressing high up the park. Well cut out. Aochi again through. Aochi puts his shot well over the bar. Yerman back for Theoklitos. Better contact. Clulo wins the header. And that's the end of the first half with the score at 2 goals apiece. Smith. Hingett. First time ball forward. Cut out. Romano. Broyce. Nichols. Lays it from Meyer. Gets around Romano. Cuts it back. And a great tackle by McCooler in the centre of defence. Partaloo. Nichols. Ooh, tried to thread it through for Meyer. Broyce, edge of the box, left foot shot, couldn't get any power behind it. Broyce. Hingett forward. Meyer. Hingett. Partaloo. Broyce, great turn. Lays it forward for Meyer. James Meyer puts the Raw in the lead in the 59th minute. Great turn from Broyce fantastic ball and a calm finish from the young striker. Corner swung in. Oh, Kearns! Oh, the young fella there. Very close. Romano. Still going, Claudio Romano shoots. Wolves, plenty forward. Finally cleared. Unable to keep it in, James Meyer. Hingett. Broich. Nichols. Back for Jack Hingett. Knocking it around with confidence now, the Roar. Nichols forward, Broich. Onto his left. Beck does well. Oh, fantastic through ball. Stefanuto cuts back in. Maximo Madoka! Oh, outside of the foot. Outside of the post. Partaloo. For Hingett. He seems to have slipped into the Raw system very quickly, Jack Hingett. Nichols. Cut out by Clulo. Jeske forward. Yerman. For Madoka. Back for Yerman. Yerman gets her first. Cool finish from the central defender to give the Raw a 4-2 lead in the 72nd minute. Madoka rolls it out. Stefanuto keeps possession. Broich makes some space. Still going, flips it. Madoka. Nichols. Back for Madoka. First time stuff now from the Raw. Adnan. Mundy. Broich. Madoka. Nichols rolls it out for Stefanuto. Drives it across. Takes a touch and well defended in the end by Wolves FC. Adnan. Picks out Mundy on the line. Back for Mohammed Adnan. Off Kearns. Strong challenge. And that's the final whistle, which sees this Brisbane Roar pre-season roadshow match finish. Brisbane Roar 4, Wolves FC 2.
And that was a bit of a struggle out there tonight.
Oh yeah, no, it was a good game. It was a good hit out. We stuck to our principles today, which I was happy with. So it was good. Yeah, no, we tried to play out, and Wolves were good, particularly early on. They put pressure on, and like most games, in the first 15-20 minutes, the opposition have managed to put pressure on, and they did it very well today. But I was really pleased. I thought we stuck to our principles as opposed to last week, and still tried to play out from the back, which is important for us. And it was a good hit out.
One of the things I've noticed over the pre-season is the corners are taken short as a general rule these days.
Yeah, look, I mean, we haven't really worked on set pieces. I mean, that's not something we're kind of focusing on. So, our sort of mantra at the moment is just keep possession at every possibility. So free kicks, corners, just keep the ball. We'll work on set pieces later on, closer to the season. But, so it's not sort of a deliberate thing. It's just part of, where the phase we're in terms of pre-season.
Another big crowd out here at Carmichael Park tonight. Suppose a lot coming, hoping to see the leaders of the Vito Premier League maybe knock yous off, but it wasn't to be. But again, a good crowd, probably between 1,000 and 1,500 on a reasonably chilly Wednesday night.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no, it was great turnout again, and a very enthusiastic crowd as well. They got right behind their team, which they should. So it was good, and I thought they gave the Wolves a lift. Yeah, obviously Wolves have been outstanding this year in the Vito Premier League, and probably should take it out now. And I think hopefully they get a bit of confidence out of tonight as well.
James, that was a hard-fought victory out there tonight. Coming from the Premier League, do you see that? Were you impressed with the way that Wolves played tonight?
Yeah, definitely. They put us under a lot of pressure, and they're a strong opponent. I guess that's why they're doing so well this season in the BPL. And they really tested us, which was good.
Andrew saying just before he was pleased that you stayed with the play that you normally play, didn't venture away from the game plan tonight, even though you were behind there at one stage. You still played that possession, passing football.
Yeah, well, that's what we've been about from the start, even from last season. So we're well drilled into it. Yeah, just the aim of the game was just to keep playing it out and keep trying.
As someone who's come from the Vito Premier League, you've had a good pre-season and you've featured heavily. How do you feel your own form is, and you at this stage of the season?
Quite good, really. Carrying a bit of an injury at the moment, so that's holding me back a bit. But hopefully in the next few weeks that'll clear up and I'll get right up back to 100%. And looking forward to the start of the season.
Nearly back to the old Eastern Suburbs colours with the new training kit from Puma. It does look very, very good.
Yeah, it does, and a nice cut of outfit. Yeah, suits very nice.
Certainly makes doing the commentary a little bit easier with numbers on the back.
Yeah, it would help with names too, wouldn't it?
Certainly would. Stefan, that was a great display from the Wolves tonight against the reigning Australian champions.
Yeah, it was a good game. We were up for it, and I think their fitness just came through in the bit. So it was a good game, and Roar are a good side. They move it around really well, and obviously the best team we've ever played. And it was an honour to play against them tonight.
A little bit different style, the Raw play, to the average side in the Vito Premier League. Did you have to adjust to that? Did you find it hard to adjust to that?
We knew they moved it around a lot better than any team in our league, but we pressed hard, and in the first half it paid off a little bit, and it was a good experience for us boys going against the top side in Australia, so it was good.
How did you see your own game tonight?
The spaces were tight, and so it was a bit of a change. You're not allowed enough time, and so I wasn't too happy with a couple of my touches, but it's a learning experience, and there's always another game. So it was a good time tonight. So yeah,
Sam, that was an absolutely marvellous display from Wolves FC tonight.
Magnificent. First off, I have to say you couldn't tell the difference. We put them under severe pressure. We've had chances to score. We've hit the balls. We've had them cleared off of the line. Absolutely fantastic. Them boys, they should be proud, and they'll get a tape of that and treasure it for the rest of their life, because it ain't very often you play against professional footballers and put that display on. Absolutely superb.
Fantastic crowd. For the first time we've actually, I would suggest there was more Wolves supporters than Raw supporters. The biggest cheers of the night were when Wolves scored.
Well, if you go back 4 years, we used to get one man and his dog, but now we're getting supporters coming in, and like I said, I tell them at half time they've done the job. They've shown people in Brisbane what they can do. Unfortunately, none of them have been invited to trial at A-League club. I think it's sad, because there's 2 or 3 of them I think that could play in the A-League.
2 different styles tonight, Sam, but not the long game that you've been accused of in the last few weeks.
If that is kick and run, then other teams want to try it. They might give Roar a game. We played some great football. We got the ball in the box. We played forward. We attacked them at pace. And for all the coaches who think that we are direct, my instructions were to them just to try and boot it 20 metres further than we usually boot it, and then we might be successful. But some of these people, I think they need to get a grip of themselves and actually understand what they're saying. Because I know if you speak to Ange and you speak to them Raw players, the first half we are best 11, we played as good as football as them. Yeah, we can't keep the ball because they're better players. That's why they're the champions of Australia. But when we had the opportunity, we passed that ball and passed it quick. So I just get tired of people saying, because we're successful, we just direct and boot it. And for them who think we are, they want to try it.
Not quite the result that you predicted at half-time, but how did you see Wolves play in the second half?
I think they played really well, and you saw there that it's probably struck a chord with Sam that people have criticised the way side play the game, and I've got to agree with Sam. To be honest, I think those that say that they're a direct side and kick and rush, That's not kick and rush. You know what I mean? If that was kick and rush, then teams in the A-League would, they'd have to start playing kick and rush, because I tell you, for 45 minutes they give the Raw real fright. And I think so much so that second half I was surprised that the Raw didn't make as many changes as what they did, and Wolves made quite a few, and I think that had a huge bearing on the result. If the Raw had made a few more, I think it could have been a lot closer, and Wolves could have got up, to be perfectly honest.
See that as a sign of respect from Ange Postecoglou to the Wolves side and coaching staff?
Sign of respect, certainly. Maybe a touch of fear. They've not lost yet in this roadshow, and I think the way the first half went, maybe sensibly, you want to keep a winning run going, but he's thought, look, I'm going to have to keep a strong team on here, because Wolves mean business, and it's in their name. They're like a pack, and when they had the ball defensively, the Raw, Wolves just got after them and pressed them real high up the park. So what happens there is, Blanch, when you win the ball back by doing that, you start possession within 30 yards of the goal. And I spoke to Sam just before we came on air there, and that's what he says they work on. If you win the ball that high up, you've got a good chance of scoring when you've got possession.